All right, so last night I saw a friend on Facebook who was kind of worried and concerned, right? And he's not even from the United States, but he's recognizing that there is massive change occurring in the United States, in Canada, in the UK, pretty much worldwide at this moment, right? Obviously, with the things that have unfolded in the last few months, you could say that chaos and uncertainty has been on the rise. I think that might be fair to say. So I noticed that, and I reflected back to several months ago when this all began. And actually I reflected back to almost 5 years ago, prior to the US election with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And on my morning walk, it finally hit me one day, like, holy crap, one of them is gonna win. Right, and I was dumbfounded. Like, is this seriously all that we've got? The best that we've got? And that may be on people's minds right now. You know, we got Trump, love him or hate him, he's doing what he's doing, and you got Pence, and Trump's 74, Pence is 78. First of all, like, what the heck? I mean, the odds of them living for another 4 years are probably not too great. I mean, let's just call it what it is. But that's what's happening. Anyhow, so this person was concerned, had some uncertainty, and I noticed some similarities in what he was posting and to where I was a few months ago and how I came to peace with it. And in essence, what I recognized is the change, the uncertainty, the new things that have unfolded since the whole coronavirus and governments and states locking down to various levels and degrees, businesses being shut, people being let go from their works because the economy pretty much got shut down. With that came some immediate ramifications, yet my belief is there is much more still yet to come worldwide. We shall see as it unfolds. Now, circling back several months, I had this feeling that I needed to wear a Superman cape. I needed to be the person who stopped the Titanic from sinking and saved everybody. And that's a very big burden, right? To think that it's up to you to save it all, save everybody. And after, contemplation, after taking some actions, after getting frustrated, a couple things occurred. One, picture the Titanic, hit the iceberg, and here you are. Whether you're an engineer or whether you're just a good-hearted person, you're like, all right, I'm going to try to see if I can save this ship from going down. And after, a little bit of research, you're like, it's going down regardless of what I do or don't do. And another way to put it is, when I lived in Rochester, New York, there's rough winters. There's rough winters up there, meaning it gets cold as crap. There can be ice storms and snowstorms that put out the electricity. And now your roads are blocked, trees are down. I mean, it gets really hectic when those storms hit. And it's not too enjoyable to drive down the street when you're, grabbing that steering wheel, hoping that you aren't sliding and slipping and sliding and all that fun stuff. So no matter how much you dislike winter, if you're in those areas that have harsh winters, guess what? Winter's gonna come. No matter how many people you rally, no matter how many petitions you sign, no matter how much support you gain, winter is still going to come. You can't stop winter. Similar to how I'm sure people tried to stop the Titanic going down and tried to prevent catastrophes happening in certain situations. But the bottom line is, you can do what you can do and you can't do what you can't do. And so my friend posed the question to me, but so you're at peace with this? I'm like, well, here's the thing. There's always chaos. I said, I'm at peace in recognizing, and he's like, what about, you're not in control? I said, well, I've never been in control. And think about it. I've come to that conclusion. Like, I'm not the one in control of the circumstances. I'm not the one orchestrating all that occurs. And guess what? Chaos is a definite ingredient to all that occurs. What I am capable of controlling within my locus of control are my thoughts, my words, my actions. And when you are able to control those with practice, you can also control your emotions. And literally, that's, from my experience, all that I'm capable of controlling. I can't control anything else outside of that. I can influence other people's thoughts, words, and actions with, learning that skill. and have, certain percentages. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting. But I can't control anything outside of my thoughts, my words, my actions, and my emotions. So the bottom line is, stuff happens. Chaos happens all the time. Plans don't go to plan. There's a joke that says, if you want to make God laugh, tell her your plans. And the joke is true, because we as humans think, here's what I'm going to do. And as we begin the plan goes out the window many times when life intersects with that plan. So we have to continually improvise, adapt, and overcome as the chaos and surprises and plans don't go to plan. And literally, I've come to the terms that it's going to be what it's going to be, and I trust in my own kick-butt problem-solving capabilities and my own skills to improvise, adapt, and overcome accordingly, to take care of myself, my family, those around me, and discern the actions that are mine to take and the actions that aren't mine to take. It's not my plan, it's not my obligation, it's not my duty to save the Titanic from going down, to stop the winter from coming. It's my duty to assess and be in the present moment. Okay, with all that's happening right here and right now, what's mine to do? And as long as I'm doing that on a continual basis, being able to get in the present, not worried about the past, not worried about the future, right here, right now, what's mine to do? So right now, I'm crossing the street, I'm watching this vehicle, I'm watching here, I checked away, I'm doing what's mine to do. And continually, one step at a time throughout the day, is what I'm doing right here, right now, what's mine to do? If that answer is, man, I feel like there's something else I could be or should be doing that's more in alignment with my thoughts, words, actions, and desired outcomes, what is that? Okay, do that and continually discern one step at a time. And so I have my destination set. Like, I'm on this walk, I'm not on a walk to nowhere. People aren't driving on a drive to nowhere in most cases. My destination is set, and I'm going to continue one step at a time. But if I get up there and, oh wow, there's a car crash, which there was just last week, and that road was shut down, you got to detour. Well, you then improvise, adapt, and overcome, detour, and then ask yourself, is that still my destination, or has that changed? And if it's still my destination, okay, I'm going to figure out how to get back on track to get to that destination. Or with this new information, guess what? That destination's out the window. We're heading back that way. It's up to you to continually discern, continually trust in your kick-butt problem-solving abilities, your unique skills and experiences and perspective, and take one step at a time. Now, I would encourage you to get clear on what your destination is for your health, your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health, and get clear on what your destination is for your key relationships. Who are your key relationships? And what is that plan to get you to that desired outcome? And take the proper steps to get clear on where is your desired outcome for your financial situation, and start taking the proper steps to get there. In the long run, trust that you will have the perseverance, have the determination, have the capability and wherewithal to adapt accordingly and get to that destination. So I adapted from the trip there to come over here because, hey, I'm recording a live video. I just saw you here. I'm gonna give you a kiss on the other side. All right. Bye. Love you. Bye. So I made a detour because I saw Wanda. And now I'm going to continue on this detour and cut up the other way to continue to the destination. So that's a perfect example of my path was going up that street. With the new information as I was proceeding, let me divert here, take this route. And I'm going to cut over here, I'm going to cut back over there and still get to the final destination, but a different route. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how to find peace amongst chaos. Guess what? You're not in control. I'm not in control. The circumstances occur as they occur. It's up to us to not freak out, to not flip out, to not, curl up in a ball and do nothing. It's, oh wow, I didn't see that coming. Okay, let me assess. Here's where I am. Here's where I was going. Is that still the destination? Or has, with this new information, the destination changed or altered? And what's my plan for the next step? And do that with your health, with your relationships, with your finances, and watch how life's going to happen. But guess what? You're going to be solid, secure, and grounded, because you're not going to let life bounce you around. You adjust your sail. If we're talking a sailing analogy, the wind is going to blow, and versus the wind blowing you and flipping you over and pushing you off route, you adjust the sail to stay on track with the destination that you've predetermined. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the secret of life. And one of the conversations I have all the time, and this comes back to health, mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health. I have a connection with my spiritual health and groundedness, probably due to my near-death experience where I was walking towards the bright white lights. And halfway there, I said, stop, this isn't how it's supposed to end. I know you had more for me to accomplish, send me back. I woke up in an intensive care unit with a respirator breathing for me. I couldn't walk or talk. Signed myself out of the hospital against doctor's orders, and did, with perseverance and determination, learn how to walk and talk again. And so I have a clear understanding that I'm not going to live a second shorter or a second longer than I'm going to live. And while I'm here able to live, I'm going to live full out, going towards my dreams, not letting fears, worries, concerns stop me from taking the steps that I feel are mine to take after proper discernment. I'm going for it. And one of the questions that I have ringing in my mind all the time when plans don't go to plan, when surprises rise up, when uncertainty appears, is I picture God, the creator of the whole universe, asking me this one question: do you trust me? Do you trust me? And think about a young child. Think about, if you have a young child asking you, if you ask your child, do you trust me? What's the child going to say? Of course. Why? Because you have their best interests in mind. Why? Because you wouldn't put them in harm's way. If you're a true mother or father, you will protect them, you will care for them, you will guide them down the proper path. That doesn't eliminate adversities and challenges and difficulties, but with you there holding their hand, you're not going to let anything disastrous occur. You're going to protect them, you're going to care for them. So I picture God asking me, as that child of God, do you trust me? And if the answer is yes, then why would there be any fear? Why would there be any worry? Why would there be any concern? The creator, the architect of the universe, has made all of this occur. And I'm okay with it. I'm not trying to overpower that role and say, well, if I was in charge, here's what I would do. I went down that path for a long while and determined I'm not in charge, and I have to learn to accept the circumstances, and they all occur because that was what was meant to occur. And so that question, do you trust me? Coming from God to me, from God to you, eliminates a lot of my concerns, worries, and doubts in those moments of uncertainty, in those moments of questioning the circumstances that have unfolded. Do you trust me? And when that answer is yes, you can walk boldly, confidently, with certainty from where you are to where you want to be. Hope that was helpful. Look forward to chatting with you some more. If you are wanting to get more of my guidance, I have created a brand new inner circle that is called My Platoon. You can find more at myplatoon.com. Look forward to seeing you inside the platoon. Make today great. Bye for now.